Grief triggers. Grief triggers can be powerful and unpredictable. They're the reminders, big or small, that bring a wave of emotion linked to a loss or grief. Grief is such a natural part of being human, and triggers are part of how our brains process emotional memories. Some people might feel a rush of sadness, anger, or even a longing when the trigger arises, while others may feel numb or reflective. Fatigue or tears are also normal reactions. Triggers might come from anniversaries, birthdays, certain songs, places, smells, or even seemingly random moments. Grief triggers seem to appear out of nowhere, catching individuals off guard, and can hit at any time. There's no rhyme or reason to them. For example, when my daughter turned 31, which was the same age as my son Ellis when he died, I felt the trigger of grief. I inadvertently forgot that it was her birthday on the day. Not only did I forget, but I mixed up the date, thinking it was one day when it was actually the day before. I was a mass of emotions on the days leading up to her birthday, as well as several days afterwards. I was simply overwhelmed by the amount of grief that I felt during a time that I would normally be celebrating. In hindsight, I could have given myself more grace to navigate such a pivotal moment of remembrance and reflection. And I think that it's also worth noting and remembering that that experiencing these moments is a natural part of processing grief. While they can feel overwhelming, they're also a testament to the depth of the connection shared with the person or the thing that was lost. Coping with grief triggers is deeply personal, and there are strategies that might help you navigate these more gently. Acknowledging the trigger, number one, is a great way to start. Recognize and name what you're experiencing. Sometimes simply saying, "This is grief and it's okay to feel this way," can take the edge off. Prepare for predictable triggers, things such as anniversaries and birthdays, or even other known triggers. Plan how you'd like to spend the day. You might honor the memory through a ritual, or connect with a loved one, or carve out quiet time for reflection. Create a support system. Talk to someone you trust, like a friend, a family member, or a therapist, because sharing your emotions can make your emotions feel less overwhelming. Practice grounding techniques. When a trigger catches you off guard, try deep breathing or mindful exercises, or even focusing on your 5 senses can bring you back to the present moment. Channel your emotions. Express your feelings in meaningful ways, whether that's journaling, creating art, listening to music, or engaging in physical activity like walking or yoga, or even creating videos like I'm doing. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself permission to feel whatever comes up. There's no right way to grieve, and it's okay to lean into your emotions without any judgment. Sometimes distractions may be even helpful. If needed, sometimes stepping away from a painful memory is what you need, then engage in something soothing or absorbing even, like a hobby or a book or even a TV show. It's okay to do that. And then seek professional support. If a trigger or triggers are too frequently or too intense, a grief counselor or a support group or a therapist can provide guidance tailored to your journey. Everyone's experience with grief is unique and personal, so it might take time to figure out what works best for you. Again, do what works and feels best for you, because this is your grief journey. My name is Mishon Landry, and this is my grief journey.